everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Nettie here. Today is a Q&A. I posted a picture up on my Instagram account a couple days ago and asked for some questions, and I got quite a few. So I'm going to do my Q&A in two parts. I got about 30 questions, so I'm going to do 15 in each, so it won't be too long. So grab your beverage of choice and let's sit down and chat and answer some of these questions. Okay, so I have my phone here with me, and this is the first time I'm doing my Q&A like this, guys. So please forgive me if I butcher these names because I'm really bad at this. And also, I have a bit of a cold, so I'm really like congested and sinusy, and you know, so bear with me. I'm gonna try and get through the first 15, and then we'll do the next one. So the first question is from my wonderful friend Sam, Snape HBP. She asks, what's your favorite book, movie, food, and way to unwind? My favorite book. Oh, I love so many books, and I love the classics. And, Pride and Prejudice is one of my favorite all-time books. I love the classics. I love Oliver Twist. Oh, I love biographies of the movie stars. I've read so many, but my favorite book, like I go back to Pride and Prejudice because I love that book, and I have a really nice bound book on that. My favorite movie, again, the classics. Oh, To Kill a Mockingbird, Room with a View. It's all those Alfred Hitchcock old movies that I love. Love the old actors. I love Grace Kelly. I love, Jimmy Stewart. Um, I love all of those old actors, my Audrey Hepburn, um, just all of that era. So my favorite food has to be Mexican. I'm a Mexican food lover all the way. It's my heritage, so I can't get enough of it. My favorite way to unwind is doing yoga. I love my yoga, and it centers me, and I'll talk about that in some other questions. The next question from I'm Mr. Cuddles. I love that name. How many pairs of shoes do you have, and what are your favorite shoe designers? Well, this is really embarrassing, guys. I went into my closet the other day and counted just my boxes that I have up there, and I have about 76 boxes, and that doesn't include, sandals, flip-flops, runners. It doesn't include probably some of my boots. So I probably have over, if you count all of that, I have way over 100 pairs of footwear. Yes, I'm a shoeaholic, and I admit it. And my favorite shoe designer, oh, that's got to be Valentino. I love my Valentino rock studs, both the flat and my high sandals. So just love them. They're gorgeous. So that is who I would pick. The next question is from Miracle Cassie. She says, what was your greatest challenge in life, and how did you overcome it? I think my biggest challenge in life was probably, moving from Canada to the States, and the challenges of getting my green card, and then getting my permanent residency, and then becoming an American citizen. So that was very challenging. I had a very supportive, other half that helped me all the way through it, through the stress of it, through the crying, through the, I'm not ever going to get this, to, I'm going to get this. Biggest challenge, yes. The next question is from Marin Night Lady. Sorry if I butchered that. She says, will you be visiting the San Francisco Bay Area anytime soon? No, probably not. I love San Francisco. I've been there so many times because I used to live on the West Coast, but probably not in the next year or so. Although I do love it, and I should never say never because you never know, but not in the immediate future. Mary Channel 316. When did you start buying luxury goods and how did it all begin? What was your first item? Love your videos. Thank you very much. My very first designer piece, I went back into my closet, I looked through all my receipts, and you know what the very first designer item I bought was this. This is my very first designer item. It's this Gucci belt. I bought this in July 19th, 2009, and that's what started my love for luxury and designer stuff. I paid $250 for this belt in 2009, and I thought that was the epitome of luxury, and how dare I spend so much money on one belt? Because up until then, the most I'd ever spent on a belt was probably like $30 or $40. um, and definitely this was it. So this is what got me started. And then my Louis Vuitton Alma was my very first bag, and I got that in October of 2010. And it just snowballed from there. There's no going back after that. So that was, I haven't been in the luxury world for that long. The next question is from Frozen Luxury. What is your process of picking out your handbag? Do you take time to think about the purchase, or you love it and have to have it? Ooh, I'm a little bit of both. Some bags I have bought just because I had to have it, and to hell, to hell with the what it cost. And other bags, I really, had to save up for them and really think long and hard to make sure that I was making the right purchase. So it just depends on, I think, where I am in my, in my life and how much it costs really, because I still, I have to save up for things. I can't just buy them on a whim. So hopefully that answered your question. A little bit of both. The next question is from Cookie_AZ. Do you have children? If so, what gender and age? I have two boys, 24 and 26, just turned 26. And they are really big, and every time I look at them, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm getting old, and they're getting old as well, so not good. So the next question is from Dusky Desert Rose. She says, hello, gorgeous Nettie. Hi there. She says, I know how much you love your red Valentino bag, but do you have a Holy Grail bag on your radar that you would just love to own? Have a lovely day, my friend. Thank you very much. Um, yes, I have my Holy Grail bag. It is, and I can see it now, it is the Kelly bag in the gold, I think they call it the gold leather, which is that tan leather, and with the exposed off-white stitching on it. And I want the size, I think in the Kelly it's a 32. And I would pick either silver or gold hardware. If I can get a good price on it, I wouldn't care. But that is my Holy Grail bag. So I'm hoping that I do get that. Probably not this year because that's a save up item. And but hopefully in 2017, that will be my goal and my only goal. So that's the one. And Leo Lion LV. Hi, Linda. What is the next handbag on your wish list? Well, funny you should mention. I put in an order the other day with my essay in New York. And I have my eye on that little Palm Springs mini backpack. I can't get that handbag out of my head. My great friend on Instagram, Kay Stylings, she has that bag. And every time I see a picture of it in her Instagram, it's just, I can't, it's starting to be obsessive now. It's like, I gotta have that bag now. So keeping my fingers crossed that she can find one for me and get it ordered. That's the next bag on my wish list. And Andra's World. Um, are your friends and work colleagues aware of your YouTube channel? And if not, how would you feel about them knowing? Have a fab week. You too, Andrea. Um, let's see. Well, no, my colleagues, none of them know it that work with me right now. Um, a couple of them do know from my other work, but I don't work with them anymore. So they're more friends. Um, and my family, only a few of my family know that I'm on YouTube. I try and keep this YouTube life separate from my family life and my friend life. Um, so, and then she also asks, how would I feel about them knowing? I guess, if people find out, they find out, and I'll take it as it comes, and it won't change what I do or how I do it. But I'm a very private person anyway, so it's like I don't think they'll find out about it. So the next question is from Monsieur Alex. What are your thoughts on Lowe and also the new Gucci handbag being recently released? Well, I have to plead ignorance here. I did not know what Lowe's was, so I actually went onto the website, checked out all of their stuff, and you know, sometimes we in this community, we get so we have these blinders on with certain designers and Louis Vuitton and Chanel and all this just the Valentino, all the designers we know, and we forget that there are so many others out there that we might not, they're not in our mainstream vision, but to be opened up to other brands and stuff, it's very interesting because I looked on the website and I actually saw they have a little Monte Carlo crossbody bag that I really like. So thank you, Alex. If that was your intention to to broaden my horizons, yes, mission accomplished. I'm gonna check out their site. I also checked out their sunglasses and some of their accessories, and I'm just that's just added a couple of things onto my wish list. And as for the new Gucci bag, well, I love Gucci. I've never, I've always loved Gucci. I have, my Boston tote and a couple of Gucci belts, and I would love to get more Gucci into my life because I love their leather. But their new bags are, they're all, they're very colorful and floral, and I just, with the butterflies and the flowers, and I just love that. I personally, if I had the money to be able to spend just on whatever I wanted, and didn't have to pick so carefully on what I spend my money on, I would own several pieces of those because true to heart, I am a very colorful person, and you can see by the colors in my home. It's probably from my Latin background. I love reds and blacks and just all the greens and colors, and I'm not too much of a monochromatic person. If you look in my wardrobe, I've got quite a bit of color in it, so you know I love those Gucci bags. To answer the question, yes, I love those Gucci bags, and if I could, yes, I would buy several of them. The next question is from Lady Loves LV. She says, "Hi Nettie." Hi there. Do you own any SLGs in any of the Vernis leather? If so, which one and color? And then she also asks a few other questions, like what do you do for a living and how do you stay in such great shape? Thank you very much. She says, your figure looks amazing. Do you eat very small portions and eat whatever you want or limit yourself? Love your videos, hun. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Okay, so the answer to the first question, no, I do not own any Vernis leather SLGs. The only is my handbag, and I just didn't get around to adding any. Maybe in the new year, in this 2016, I'll add something. Um, and how do I stay in shape? I've always been really active. I run, I jog, I do yoga. I love to play tennis. In the wintertime, Bob and I go to the gym, 3 or 4 times a week in the evenings and after work and on the weekends. So, you know, I've always maintained myself pretty good. Um, and as for eating, Bob and we actually are um, gluten-free eaters and clean eaters. So we try more times than not to really try and maintain a really healthy eating manner. And not always, because every once in a while, I have that great dinner out, and at that point, it's like I don't care. But as soon as I get back home, it's back to eating the way I normally eat. So I always say everything in balance, and if you always stay in balance and don't overindulge too much too often, then you don't have to really worry too much. But I always say it's balance. It's balance in your life and balance in the way you eat. Um, Catherine Nisakat, I hope I pronounced that right. Sorry, Kath. She says, "Hi, Nettie. What is the next bag on your list to get? And would you ever consider to get a Kelly or a Birkin?" I think I answered that. My next is that Palm Springs Mini backpack. And yes, my Kelly is my bag of the future and my Holy Grail bag. The next question is from Jolie underscore Oseo 08. That's probably terrible. I'm sorry. She says, "Hi, Nettie. I hope it's not a very personal question." She says, "Where did you meet? Where did you and Bob meet? Have a wonderful weekend. Love your videos." Thank you very much, Jolie. Um, well, Bob and I met through work. I actually worked in Canada, and I came to the States because our company was kind of like consolidating and merging with another company. And I met him in Philadelphia when I came out the first time, and it was love at first sight, and never looked back. So that's how I met him. And we just we just had our 20th anniversary of meeting. So that was on January 17th. And so 20 years, long time. And he's still my best friend. So the next question is BB Crust. It says, "Hi, Nettie. For how long do you practice yoga?" I have been I started about a year ago, and I just kind of was doing it like once a week. And I started mainly because I had an injury from running, and I couldn't run because I had to lay off for a little while. And so, I wanted to stay active, and I wanted to still do something. So I started taking yoga. I thought it would be, a little more gentler and kinder on this old body. And so I was just kind of going once a week. And I realized how much I had lost all of my flexibility from my youth and from even when I was a gymnast. And I thought to myself, I want to get that back. It's something that, is important to me to have and to be able to do and to stay strong and to stay balanced. And so I just started taking more and more classes, and I just within the last 6 months, I've gotten really focused into it and really uh, wanting to further my practice. And like they say, yoga is not an activity, it's a journey. And it's a long journey because every day you do something and then you try and do it the next day, and sometimes your body will do it and sometimes it won't. So long story short, I've just really been doing it seriously for the last 6 months, but started about a year, a little bit, yeah, about a year ago. So that is about 15 questions. I just wanted to keep it short, and this is part one. And I will do another session, and hopefully you guys will tune back in for the next 15 questions. If I didn't answer your question, it'll be in the next session. All right, guys, thanks, and have a great day. Bye, everyone.